After traveling to 14 states and driving over 15,820 miles, we have made the decision to stop full-time RVing. All right, guys, so that was our really big announcement. And before we give you the reasons why we're going to stop full-time RVing, we want to take this time to explain it was not an easy decision. We are so thankful to have this opportunity. There's lots of people that want to full-time RV and have to wait until retirement. So the fact that we got to do it in our late 30s is awesome. We got to visit a lot of different places that we would never experience. Different breweries, different restaurants.
Different parks, different hiking areas. Yeah, stuff like that. Not as much as we wanted to though, which is one of the main reasons that we're stopping this now. We just realized it's not a point in our lives where this makes sense. We're trying to grow several businesses. Doing that while traveling is a challenge. We started this because I travel for my W-2 job 21 days every month, and we thought it made perfect sense to do the full-time RV lifestyle now. But that was just the opposite, with having my company dictate everywhere we go, and sometimes it's not 21 days, sometimes I get a call at 14 days saying you need to go somewhere else. Yeah, that part wasn't very fun. Trying to find RV parks for 21 days in a row during the summer around major cities can be a challenge. I mean, most people are planning that stuff 2, 3, 6 months in advance, and we're given 3 to 4 days notice when we know or when we're told where I have to go next. And that was stressful. It kind of put a damper on the
fun of RVing.
Yeah, just the whole process, having to move, which is expected as an RVer, but not being able to say, okay, today we're only going to go 2 or 3 hours, spend a week, map it out a little differently. Whereas, we had to go from San Jose, California to Des Moines, Iowa, and we basically had 4 days to make that trip. Then I had to start working immediately, 12-hour days. That turned out, I worked, I think, almost 6 weeks straight that tour. And then as soon as I'm done, it's okay, we need to figure out where we're gonna go again for a week or 2 before I have to go back, and then still not knowing where they're gonna send me. So yeah, that took some fun out of it.
Ideally, if we were to full-time RV again, it would be on our terms and we wouldn't have somebody else dictating where we're gonna go. That really was the toughest thing about full-time RVing.
Which we do plan on it. We do like the lifestyle. I think it's fun and it is adventurous, I would say. I mean, if it were up to us, we probably went up to Alaska or up to Canada, and right now be down near a beach somewhere,
And another reason, so like Casey touched on, our businesses are in Arizona in the Phoenix area. We will be able to, when we're there again, be able to grow and build those businesses. And our business partners out there, Chad and Wendy and Brad, thank you so much for holding down the fort while we were gone. We just really look forward to getting back to them, as well as our friends and family in the Phoenix area. There's no place like home, so I'm excited to get back to... I knew I was going to do that. I'm excited to get back to my parents are there, my grandma, my sister, aunts and uncles, cousins, all of our friends, and to be closer to Casey's family who are in Seattle. Therefore, we're not having to drive the fifth wheel and truck, and that was a big thing too. If we wanted to go visit them in Seattle, how would we leave our fifth wheel with the animals? It just was, full-time RVing made it really challenging on that level for us.
Yeah, something to consider when you have pets. I mean, our animals don't mind the lifestyle, if you will, but it really puts a hindering on...
It makes us less flexible with our plans.
Yeah, it makes it very challenging for us to be able to do anything. Missed a good friend's wedding this year because we were in Texas. Option to fly over for the wedding just wasn't there because we don't have any port system here to say, hey, can you watch our dogs for a week or 4 days or whatever it would be.
I'm not going to board them. That's just just my opinion. I didn't want to have to do that.
Yeah, so we didn't have as many options, or don't have as many options. And we were looking at other areas. Part of this journey was to figure out where else we would maybe want to live. We picked out a couple different areas, like Northwest Arkansas is really cool.
Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon, of course, is awesome if you've never been. Boise, Idaho. The only thing with like the Northwest, it is very expensive. Same with Phoenix. I mean, we're going back to a market that is pretty hot right now.
We don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we have some options on what we're gonna do for a living, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. Yeah, going back to the different areas, Northwest Arkansas, for example, one thing that I looked at, the state income tax there was like 6.9 or almost 7%, and we were taking that into consideration because, well, of our businesses and our salaries, living in a state income tax-free state of South Dakota, the last, over a year, definitely had its benefits as far as insurance and taxes. So that's something that we were considering when choosing where we're going to live. Arizona is fairly reasonable.
Well, we made a checklist. So one of the things we've never been ones to settle down and be in one place for a really long time. Even in Phoenix, we bounced around to almost 7 different places. We always had a checklist of, okay, our next city we're going to live in is going to have all these. And really, when we drove around the country, and we've been to 14 states, we just never really found anything that made sense or made us love it enough to move to. And so when we talked about stopping full-time RVing, I think both in the back of our minds we were like, okay, we definitely should just go back to Arizona. Once we started talking about it, it just really made sense. So that's definitely where we're going to be heading now, is back to Arizona, just to figure everything out. One of the reasons why we wanted to do this video is when you go to full-time RV, there are thousands of videos about how to become full-time RVers. And I had a conversation with someone on Instagram, and we were mentioning how there's little to no videos about, well, what if you're on the road and you're an RVer and you want to stop full-time RVing? So this is going to give us an opportunity to kind of share our experience with getting rid of the RV, going back to having roots, which is ironic. Side note, we're wearing these rootless shirts thanks to Damian Ross. He is Road to 1000. You should definitely check him out. I'll link him down below. He's awesome. He's all about being rootless, which is so ironic that we're wearing his shirt and we are going to be settling down and having roots again. But definitely check him out. So make sure that you are watching, because we will share everything it takes to leave the RV life.
Yeah, our next space, we still are reselling. We're gonna have to consider that. Right now we have a lot of product in one of our partners' garages, but we could be outgrowing that, or should be outgrowing that next year. Being back there will give us that opportunity to find a space that will allow our business to grow. And so,
maybe get a warehouse. We really don't know at this point. We're just in the beginning stages. We know we're gonna head back to Arizona. We don't know if we're gonna buy, rent, where we're gonna buy or rent. It's just whatever's gonna make sense. So that's part of life's journey, is just getting to do different things, and this is just gonna be one of the many adventures that we have. All right, so we are happy that you watched this video. It is a huge announcement. Pretty much only my parents and your mom and sister know that we're going to leave the RV life. Arizona, watch out, the Kellogg's are coming back.